All right, guys, here we go. We're about to head into the game room where all the magic happens.
We got fresh coffee. Welcome to the making of a Gaming Off the Grid video.
Let's go.
Hey everybody, DiBiase, the $1 Million Man, and you're watching Gaming Off the Grid. Remember, everybody's got a price for the $1 Million Man.
All right, here we go. The switches are throwed. Everything is ready to go. We tried building this room so it's very turnkey and efficient because we're busy dudes.
Yeah, we are super busy. So as you can see, the lights turn on really quick. All the TVs, everything in the room turns on within like 10 seconds. All we have left to do is get the computer out, pick an episode, and let's start filming.
All right, let's go. So one thing that is so easy about working together is we're very organized. You're very organized.
It doesn't seem like we are, you know, because we drink beer and we play video games and we act like we like to party. But yeah, we are freaks. So we have a spreadsheet with every episode we've ever filmed, future episodes, every beer we've ever drank, etc., etc., etc.
So yeah, you've got a 2018 tab, 2019. We have a 2020 tab.
Yeah, we got episodes planned out.
So what we do,
days.
if somebody comes up with a random idea, so you know, part of the creative process is spitballing ideas. We'll text each other when we're at work and be like, whoa, hey, just thought of this. It's got to go in the spreadsheet because we're going to forget about it.
Yeah, we have a list of so many ideas, and it's like, hey, should we do that? Or like when I'm filling out the schedule, I like to do like a loose schedule, like 2 months in advance, and it's like, oh yeah, let's do that, or let's maybe bump that down, or I got an idea, let's film this now. Like this is urgent.
And that's the cool thing about the video game industry, if you will, is you can plan as much as you want, but when like a piece of news drops that you want to talk about, you've got to be agile, because we'll bump our schedule, because like, holy shit, you know, a new House of the Dead game is maybe getting remade,
yeah,
something
maybe
like
the new
that.
Tony Hawk games are getting remade,
yeah.
You know?
Which brings us to what we're about ready to film as we're going through the next episode on the agenda. So we're filming this Sunday, December 1st, and it's set to release
Thursday, December 19th. That's how far in advance we like to film.
Yep.
And plus, like, this episode's going to take a little bit longer. This is not a normal episode. Normal episodes we can usually get out like in a day.
Yep.
But this one, you know, new cameras, new shots. You know.
So we're going to do an episode called 2020, the Year of the Remakes. The title might change or whatever.
And by the time you see this, that episode will already be out.
Yep. So you'll kind of see the behind the scenes aspect of that. So we're at the point now we've decided what we're going to film. We don't really script out our episodes per se, but we do have a whiteboard where we will kind of put some high spots that we want to make sure we talk about. You know, like the beer, we like knowing the brewery, where they're from, etc., because we may forget about it as we're rambling.
And then the most important thing for every episode is we have to pick a beer.
Yep.
So I think it's time to go to the fridge.
And now it is time to select the beer. We have a line right down the center of the fridge here. Over to the right is episode beer. We can't touch this stuff. The other stuff over here to the left is kind of a backlog of beers. A lot of them we've done in episodes already, so they're drinkable. Since it's the holiday season, we're going to go with the Holodots from one of Robert's favorite breweries, Toppling Goliath.
Now that we picked the beer, it's time to shoot the intro, the infamous intros that take us 100 takes. We've gotten a lot better at them over the years, but it's usually where the bloopers come from, so let's roll. Hey guys, Scheming Off the Grid here. 2019 is coming to a close, which means 2020 is right around the corner. Yep, it is. It sure is. Woo! And sit back, relax, pour yourself a holiday beer if you care to, and let's talk about why 2020 is set up to be the year of the remake. I think we got it.
I think we got it. That's pretty good.
It's in the can. Oh, yeah. All right, now the intro is shot. It's in the bag. It's time for pour footage. What's all this entail?
So when we go to the beer review in our normal episodes, you see that shot of us pouring beer. We get that before we sit down. We get the table footage. We get our social media pic when we post about the beer. We do all that before we sit down and film, just so it's all fresh. We don't have to worry about it.
All right, so we got the initial pour footage now, just pouring what will be Robert's glass. Sometimes you see these Gaming Off the Grid glasses in episodes, sometimes you don't. We're not super picky, but we also try having the proper glass for the type of beer that we're gonna have. So a lot of times when we have stouts, we don't drink them out of these GOTG pints, but we always have our beer out of a glass. Does that matter? Yes, it does. I equate it to you wouldn't eat a really tasty dish or food while plugging your nose, right? So if you eliminate the nose of the beer, you're eliminating part of the component in the experience that's going to help you taste everything you need to taste. So anyways, cheers.
Okay, so pour footage is done, table footage is got. Now we're playing the whiteboard with our bullet points. 2020, the year of the remake.
We try not scripting things out overly tight because we like our normal natural flow and banter. I think that's one of those things. I think we both have the gift to gab, and we just have good chemistry, I feel like. So we try not restricting that in any way. But with that being said, we try not forgetting and missing points and things like that.
Yeah.
So a couple times during the filming of an episode, we'll occasionally just kind of pump the brakes and say, okay, have we hit all the things that we discussed prior to the filming of this episode?
All right, whiteboard's filled out. Now it's time to set up the cameras and start filming.
We actually don't have that fancy of equipment. Our main camera is an iPhone 8. We run that signal out to our CRT TV, so that way we can line up our main shot. We're really picky, so we waste a lot of time doing this before we film. We also have a secondary camera that's an iPhone 8 and a third camera that's a Canon Vixia. We use this shotgun mic here. It's a Takstar mic that we got on Amazon for like 25 bucks. It does a pretty darn good job. We use that third camera, the Canon Vixia, to capture the audio from the shotgun mic. That way we can pull it into the finished product. The reason we shoot with 3 cameras is we don't like jump cuts. So we use those to basically hide jump cuts. So if there is a jump cut, it goes from camera to camera. We feel it creates a more polished product for you, the viewer.
2020 is upon us. In today's episode, we are going to rub our crystal ball and tell you what we think is in store for gamers in 2020.
It's a great game for families. It's a great game. It's a great game for me. Make it for me, please.
Ooh, somebody's got a crush.
I do.
We always appreciate you tuning in and subscribing to the channel. Keep gaming, keep drinking. We'll see you next time right here on Gaming Off the Grid. All right, guys, welcome back. The episode is a wrap. So now it's time to import all the footage, right?
Yes, that takes a while because we got 3 cameras.
Yep.
4 now because we're
Yep.
doing behind the scenes stuff.
So we're going to import all the footage, and basically we're going to plug ourselves back in to the social pipeline at this point, because while you're doing that, I'm kind of keeping a bird's eye view on the editing, and then we also try hitting back all comments, polos, social medias,
Look at the analytics and stuff.
Yep, and all that type of stuff. It's kind of this next part. If you do anything in life, whether it's YouTube or whatever, and you don't enjoy the process, you're never going to be able to keep doing it.
Yeah, you have to enjoy the process.
As much as I love filming, this next step is what I'm in love with.
And I love this next step too because I love editing, and it's going to be fun to kind of show you guys the behind the scenes of editing.
It is.
Because I love it.
It's awesome, and it's also where the creative dynamic happens. Up to this point, we've kind of got our formula that we do, but once the editing piece starts, it's, hey, what do you think of this? Like, that's kind of cool, but what if we did this? And like,
let's
I didn't
plug
think of
a shot
that.
in here.
And then he takes what I thought of and sprinkles it in with his, and then he puts some Tabasco sauce on it, and boom, you got something that lights up that's really cool. So, this guy's a freaking hammer, so we're going to show you what he does behind the scenes. Let's go!
All right, now for my favorite part of a GOTG episode, editing. I mean, filming's fun, because you get to talk and drink beer and mess around, but editing, I like to get plugged in and just get stuff done. So now I'm going to jump in and show you guys what I do. I got a cold High Life. That's my editing fuel. That's also the GOTG fuel. So let's crack that open. Cheers, guys. Alright, guys. I like to use Premiere Pro as my editing software. I know there's a lot of software out there, but I've been using Premiere for about 10 years. I go through basically from the beginning, and I just work my way through the entire episode. We got a lot of presets, so it makes editing super easy. I've built like custom graphics, like the social media pop-ins, stuff like that, so I can just drag and drop those. It makes it super easy. And then I just go through, hide all the cuts, hide mistakes, drink beer, obviously, and just go bit by bit, add B-roll as needed, add text. It's a process. It takes some time, but I love editing, and this is one of my favorite parts to do. I know a lot of people don't like editing because of how much time it takes, but you gotta enjoy the process. So as we're editing, we like to stop sometimes and get B-roll shots, like, oh, let's get a cool pan of the game cover, or if we need gameplay footage, we will stop and go record the gameplay footage, so that way it's all original content, and we can just plug it into the episode. We actually have a folder full of gameplay footage, so if we've already recorded the game, it's super easy. We can just go to that folder and drag it in.
All right, we always start the first watch through with a fresh brew.
Yes, first watch through, fresh brains, fresh beer. So here we go. We're going to watch through. We're going to critique it. We're going to add some things. Let's see what we can do.
Yep.
Should we fix that part so we cut out the confusion, or do you like them?
I'm good with it either way.
Okay.
All right, this one went pretty darn smooth. We had it fairly close on the first run through.
Yeah, that's usually how it goes. Sometimes it's like, hey, let's try doing a fancy shot here or plugging something here. But this one came out very well. It's super easy. One playthrough, and we're like, hey, it's good.
Yeah.
We cut a little bit out here and there.
Yep.
We got it under 14 minutes. We're just going to export it. This part takes the longest. You just got to let the computer sit, and then we upload it, and we deliver it to you guys.
We're both really, really picky. So, you know, the length of fades and ins and outs and things like that.
And the way the fade smooths, if there's like a jarring thing in the B-roll, you want to cut it before that happens.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. And then, so after the upload, kind of the boring stuff, we'll make a thumbnail. We got to get that done. Tags, descriptions, blah, 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 blah. But for the most part, that's it.
That's all she wrote.
There's multiple ways to make a video. By no means are we saying this is the only way. But hopefully, if you are watching this and maybe you have a channel yourself,
or maybe you're thinking about starting a YouTube channel, there's multiple ways to do it, like you said. Like, you can do it, you just literally have to start. Just do it. There's no right answer.
I think there's more to it than people think. We don't just sit down and just film an episode. There's more thought that goes into it, more planning. But with that being said, the barrier of entry isn't too high. I think we get pretty good camera work out of a few iPhones and pretty good audio out of a $20 Amazon mic. All right, we hope you enjoyed the behind the scenes look of the making of a GOTG video. It's in the can, man.
It is.
We'll see you guys next time right here on Gaming Off the Grid.